Hi. So instead of doing a drumming video, I'm gonna talk about vocals. So sorry about the light, but so when you're thinking about metal vocals, they're all kind of distorted yelling. Yeah, that's the basis. So your basic, where you should start with everything is the really, really low, like below death growl type stuff. So it's like, it sounds like this. You should not see any type of like with their face when you do it. It's just simple. It just comes out. Like, don't make any perverted jokes. So it's your vocal cords vibrating in the bottom of your throat. So when you hear it on recordings, it's really low and all the words are nearly unrecognizable, but you can still hear them kind of, and it sounds really badass. And it's used a lot in like slam death metal. So excuse me. So how you do it is, so you know when you get pissed off at one of your friends, you're like, ugh, right? You're just like, you know, really mad. You feel that vibrating in your throat. That's it. You're welcome. So, and it takes a lot of air to do it, but if you get really good at it, you can do it really long like this. So, that's one type. That's your basic type of growling, and you can bring it up to stuff like this. You know, like Born of Osiris, like, raise your hand up. It's just one more chance. Are you? You know, like Ascension by Born of Osiris. That's your next level, and in between you can do like, and we'll get the pig. Actually, I'm not gonna talk about pig squealing. That's bullshit. But you just bringing your throat in on itself, but the vibrations should still be as deep, and you're pushing more air across it, like. Right, and to kind of help the tone, you have to put your tongue in the top of your throat like this. And when you're first doing it, you're kind of gonna get your regular voice coming through. It's like, kind of, sometimes. And if you're sick, like I am right now, you're gonna get it a lot more often. But I've been doing vocals for like two and a half hours a day usually. So I'm able to do it when I'm sick or not. But I'm the vocalist in my band, so I have to practice a lot. So it's all most of your types of lower to mid pitch vocals are just different partials. A different partial, like when you're playing the trumpet, you buzz your lips faster. It's a different partial of the throat movements in the throat vibrations in your throat when you're doing really low growls. So really, once you're able to do this, you can do everything. You know, like pig squeal type stuff. And yeah, you can just change the vibrations in your throat and you get all types of vocals. So the last thing we're going to talk about is like vector screams or really high screams. So these can hurt. Usually they don't. If you're doing them wrong, they hurt. If you're doing them right, it feels funny. So the best way to describe it is just moving it all to the top of your throat. So the throat vibrations, you stop and you move everything to the top of your throat. So, and you should feel your tongue. You should feel it on the back of your tongue, like way in the back of your mouth too, like on the back side of your tongue when it starts to go down your throat. You know, that's weird like lifestyle and stuff. But so you should feel it right there. And it should bounce off your tongue, go hit the back of your mouth, and go to the roof of your mouth. And it gets really high. And you get like in Hyperforms by Rings of Saturn. The reality, the visions of the Hyperforms. stuff like that. And you can kind of put, so if you want to make it sound like more like Black and Death type stuff, you put a little vibration in it. It should be a tiny, actually it should be the same pitch, but you can still put vibrations in it. And if you want it to be like technical death metal, like Rings of Saturn or Dawn of Dementia, Dawn of Dementia kicks ass. Go check them out. But it just really depends on the style of music you're playing. So if you want to do Black and Death, you're like, yeah, has more of a scary vibration behind it. And if you want to do technical death metal, it's like, ah! You can bring it down for like, for your mid pitch screams. You're kind of weird. Just different types of screaming you can do, or vocals. So this is a couple things to think about, and really, if you just play around with it, you're gonna get it down. I figured out how to do death vocals by, like, I got pissed off at my friend. I was like, ugh, fuck you. And I was like, oh wait, what the fuck? Like, cause I've kind of a slow brain sometimes, so I was like, dude, fuck you. Like that's pretty much what I said, and like I didn't do it on purpose, because I had started to do that like once or twice, like just on my own, and I wasn't really good at it. But I was like, dude, fuck you. A total accident. So just fucking around with vibrations in your throat will help you be able to do all types of vocals, because it's the same thing, and that's what everyone says, but they don't elaborate on it. It's like, oh, it's the same thing. It's not. It is, but it isn't. It's just different partials, like playing the trumpet. If there's any trumpet players out there that listen to metal, not a lot of them, you'll understand what I mean. But instead of buzzing your lips, it's your throat. Alright, so the last thing I want to go do is like the kind of, and it's not exactly a pick squeal, but so like Chelsea Grin, for a lot of deathcore bands use it. It's like a death growl, but it has like a higher pitch. It's like, it's more of an E sound. This is more of an UH or OH kind of sound. But the deathcore type stuff is more of an E sound, so it's like, so it's bringing your tongue, it's moving your throat like you're gonna do a high scream, but you keep the really low vibrations in your throat, and it makes the kind of high pitched but also like really low vibrato sound. And a lot of deathcore bands use it. A couple death metal bands have used it, like slam death metal, and stuff like that. And grindcore has their variations and everything, but grindcore is really mostly like vector screams, are really high ones with some type of vibration behind it, or it's really goofy sounds like. So it's kind of like it's like an A-N-G-H kind of sound for grindcore. If you can process that, it's kind of hard to think about at first, but once you really start just screwing around with it, you're gonna get it down, and you end up like probably doing a vocal cover and sucking on your first one. And you do the second one, you're gonna be okay, and you do a third one, you're gonna be like a badass. So, I hope you enjoyed these few little tips on how to do metal vocals. And I might do a thing on like gen guitaring. I'm not sure. And I'm not going to be like the rest of the faggots in this world who do it wrong. So, see ya.